Understanding is a delaying tactic. The drowning person doesn't need to understand fluid dynamics, they just don't want to drown.
Over-preparation is a recipe for non-action. Don't be afraid to dive right in, even into the uncertain.
Life is not about staying the same. It's about growth or atrophy. So every day you're either living or dying. Make a choice.
When you're saving and you're investing for your future, make sure you diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread it across industry, spread it across geographic region.
Do whatever it takes to do whatever it takes.
Always be ready for anything.
Always stay in the room. When you zone out, you might miss a hazard or an opportunity.
The pump is the cure.
It is the mark of an educated mind to entertain an idea without accepting it.
Don't put it off till tomorrow.
Most daily issues in life are only a problem of your own perspective.
Make lists and cross things off.
When you say you don't trust someone, you really don't trust your ability to handle someone if they wrong you.
Organization is not a one habit attribute, but something that permeates all aspects of your life.
If a thought is bothering you, write it down, because that might be the only way to get it out of your head.
Mind your posture.
And don't spend your life as a slave to technology.
Use comfrey root for rapid healing as a tea, as a poultice, or even eating it.
Always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. It'll teach you to keep your mouth shut.
One of the most powerful things when you're saving is compound interest. And over time, that compounding interest builds upon itself.
Always take notes, digital or otherwise, as soon as you get them. Do not let ideas go. Oh.
Northeastern forests are filled with grapevine, and you can tap grapevine for fresh water.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. What number are we on?
No answer isn't a no. Ask again, unless it's an 8-ball.
You're only as strong as the weakest person around you.
Mental practice is neurochemically indistinguishable from actual practice. Therefore, anything that you can do well enough in your mind, you can accomplish.
Always be aware of your surroundings.
Hey man, where's the restroom?
It's over there.
If it's more convenient, it takes less willpower, so use your willpower to make it more convenient.
Use more lube.
Risk always correlates with return. If you think it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Always take the time to celebrate after a victory, but don't get lazy and lose your flow.
Don't be just thankful for big things, be thankful for small things too, like tied shoelaces.
It's never too early to start saving for your retirement. You should probably start planning before you're 28, because by that point, it's already too late.
Never become over-dependent on anything. Rely only on yourself.
Always keep your valuables in your front pocket or fanny pack.
Failure is part of success.
Take pride and ownership of the little things.
Do nothing that is of no use.
Do not ever mistake shyness for contempt.
Always pick an arbitrary number. It makes people think that you fully thought something through.
There is no such thing as luck. There's only skill and fate. And with enough skill, you can change your fate.
I work very hard to be lucky, so should you.
Yeah.
Always have an emergency savings account.
Never work through an injury. Always work around an injury.
Practicing the chamber of all of your kicks is way easier than practicing the kick, and a perfect chamber leads to a perfect kick.
When you're shooting a video like this, plan appropriately. Use a list.
Can't find it, dude. I don't know where it went.
Be as you wish to seem.
Appropriately set a budget, and then actually follow it.
Sometimes remember that time enjoyed is not necessarily time wasted.
You don't need a reason to help people.
If you don't understand it, don't buy it.
A relationship is only as strong as the person who wants it the least.
Always remind yourself why you're doing anything.
Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all the time thing.
The best way to peel garlic is to stick it in an empty protein container and shake it really hard, dump it on the table, and it's all peeled.
No one is going to give you a map. Walk your own path.
If you live in North America, one of the weeds underneath your feet, if you're in a green area, is probably plantain. You can put it in salads, and when chewed up and applied to an insect sting, it gives fast relief.
Gambling and horse racing is not investing. It's entertainment, and it's probably going to be a loss.
Laughter is the best medicine, especially when you OD on it.
The only real product you have is your name, so take good care of it.
Trust your instincts. If something feels off or not right in a situation, it probably isn't.
It's hard to be aggressive when you're confused.
He who trains in the most severe school is most feared.
Can I have some money, Frank? Come on, you said not all that's bad, right? Don't try to increase the weight on the bar by telling people how much sleep you didn't get.
Don't fear failure.
If you don't have the money to buy it, you don't actually need it.
Trapping beats hunting, if you're good at it.
There's a difference between not taking something seriously and taking something lightly.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
Don't apply a variable rate to a 30-year mortgage. Chances are you're going to lose in the long run.
Jacket's getting stuffy. Yeah.
There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
You will never do anything in this world without courage.
Creatine monohydrate is probably the best form of creatine for you because it's not only the cheapest, but also still one of the most effective, so there's no reason to take another fancy form of creatine.
Believe in yourself. Create your own destiny.
If you need to get rust off of a barbell, build a trench for it and soak it in Coca-Cola for about 4 days and scrub it clean. It'll be like new.
Prioritize your life goals and what you want to accomplish.
It's hot in here. Magnesium citrate is one of the better forms of magnesium to take. And you should always supplement with magnesium because it has over 300 biological functions.
Be careful not to exhaust yourself creatively. Don't be afraid to go and refresh your inspirations. Remember the thing that inspired you in the first place.
Remember, Bubba, no one loves you when you're down.
The key to being consistent with your training is having fun. Train in a way that is enjoyable to you, and you won't have to force yourself to come back.
Fuck your wife good. Real good.
A credit card is always better than a debit card. And if you don't know why a credit card is better than a debit card, you should be probably watching some other videos and reading some other articles.
Choose your arguments wisely. Remember that words can truly hurt people.
Gingerbread man.
Don't just become obsessed with your end goal. The journey is your true story.
It's what you do after you succeed that matters.
People respect you when you do what you say you will.
Trust is earned, not given.
Sparring, mental or physical, is a conversation. Don't make it an argument.
When applying a calendar spread to reverse tender option bond floaters, you need to be sure to appropriately factor in the discount rate given the time period that you're investing it in.
There are no simple solutions to complicated problems.
The most useful skill to have is being self-aware.
Make it a goal to have more friends and to be a better friend. It's a really good goal to have.
Always find the path of least resistance.
Crazy is the new cool.
Ships are safer when they stay in the harbor, but ships are meant to sail.
No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care.
Answer the call. Should I explain it more? Like it means answer the call, like an old friend is calling you or something?
Phil, we've done 100 of them. Come on, dude, let's go.
All right, Juji.
Yeah. Did we come in on that side or this side, guys?
Oh wait, we were facing the tubey things.
We were facing the... So we were on... Go, he's coming.